I want to give a shout out to Vince Wild for sending me this wild article. A butcher apologizes for a, quote, suicide bomber bacon sign. What? More information is needed, my friend. Suicide bomber bacon sign? An Australian butcher has egg on his face after posting a sign claiming that eating 2 strips of bacon, quote, reduces your chance of being a suicide bomber. Oh man, the things we do to sell. I mean, the lying in advertising. I mean, this just takes the cake. Takes the cake? Who says that? What am I, a dork? Jeff Rapley had to apologize for the jihad joke and insisted he only wanted to boost the sales of the bacon. First of all, Jeff, do we need help boosting the sales of bacon? I mean, bacon just sells itself. Who doesn't like bacon? I mean, bacon is delicious. People, you can tell that bacon doesn't need help being sold because people are experimenting all the time with weird shit to incorporate bacon with. You know, it started with bacon wrapped scallops, right? And then and I saw bacon wrapped pineapple. I mean, and now it's like crazy. It's just bacon in everything. They just shove bacon in anything. Like, you don't need to help boost sales of bacon, Jeff, is what I'm saying. And you don't need to do it with this distasteful joke. Although I really think it's funny. I really like stuff like this. I'm sorry. I like stuff that outrages the public. I can't help it. I mean, as a comedian and someone who supports anything weird or out of the ordinary, I just love shit like this. I really do. I mean, if you put a sign out there that just said, eat bacon, unicorns will fuck you. Like, I'd be like, that's great, that's fantastic, that's a great way to advertise bacon. Eat bacon and punch a vegan today. I'm on it. So eating 2 strips of Jeff Rapley's award-winning bacon for breakfast reduces your chance of being a suicide bomber by 100%, he wrote on a sign. Not 50%, 100% reduces you of being a suicide bomber. This was displayed at Rapley's Midtown Quality Meats in Narooma, New South Wales. The Australian butcher thinks eating bacon prevents people from becoming suicide bombers, says the tweet that went out and a picture of it, if you guys want to look that up on Google or the twits or whatever the hell you call it. The bacon brouhaha went viral on social media before the meat man had to remove the sign. Oh, Jeff, you gave in to social pressures now, didn't you? You should have stuck to your guns, buddy, and stuck to your joke. He says, I'm definitely not racist and didn't mean for it to cause offense. He told Narooma News, saying he also employs Muslims. Why is that? I don't see that tweet as being racist. Right? There's nothing. I mean, it's kind of implied a certain race, but anyone could be a suicide bomber. Anybody could. Okay? I'm sure white people have been suicide bombers before. I mean, I'm sure Asians have been suicide bombers. Okay? I mean, I don't think that that's racist. Of course, it may offend some certain subgroup in the culture, the Muslims, and so I agree that that could be slightly offensive. But I still think it's hilarious. I'm sorry. I just think it's funny. All right? I know you guys may disagree, my fellow weirdos, but I think some of you agree. I mean, I get your emails. I know that you're equally messed up, that you love weird shit like this. But hey, listen, call into Weird AF News. I want your take on this. Do you think that this guy he crossed the line with his joke? And do you think bacon needs a hand at being sold, especially if it's this good? Apparently, his bacon is award-winning. And if you're listening, Mr. Rapley, please send me pounds of your bacon. I'd love to try it, please. I'll talk about you more on Weird AF News if you send me bacon, because I'm a slut, really, and I'll do anything for bacon. I love it. Call into Weird AF News, 646-450-2012. Email me, funnyjones@gmail.com. DM me at funnyjones on Instagram, at funnyjones on the Twitter. Also, you can send me a direct message on Facebook at Comedian Jonesy.